see as the room of Elijah since Saturday? What's the plan there this week?
He was cramping pretty heavily, which certainly didn't help. And then played against some good players in a tough atmosphere, but obviously wanted a chance to play him in the second half, but he wasn't available to go. So we made some adjustments, and that's part of it. Listen, on the topic of the whole group, there's something we all have to be better there, and I got to put them in better position. We certainly have to play better there. There's plenty of opportunities in that game. We're blocking just fine, and we missed several opportunities that way too. So the reality is we all got to be a little bit better. There's not any group that's got to be massively better. But O-line included, we all got to take steps, coaching, the players around them, to get it going, to play the level we want to. And frankly, within the first couple of games this year, there's been a ton of positive signs. So we got to get back on track that way, and I'm confident we will.
Lincoln, you and Josh Henson talked at the beginning of the season both about just kind of the development of that group and leaning on their development instead of getting other guys in the transfer portal. How do you feel just in general about the development of those young guys, especially now that you got to see a lot of them in a measuring stick game?
I feel good because, we've had really 2 measuring stick games, and I think, when you get in those environments, especially the one the other day, like for an offensive lineman, it is what it is. That's as tough as it gets, right? 100-something thousand people, what is probably the best defensive line in the country. We get behind, and so you're having to throw the ball a little bit more. There's a couple things that we didn't do a great job of preparing them on. I'm talking about myself in terms of putting them in a good position. And so we all got to get better from it. But I think I know the guys in that room. I know the coaches that we have. I know what I see on this practice field. I know what I've seen on a lot of game clips, and I'm very confident in that room's ability to get back to playing kind of like we did against LSU and Utah State. And what we believe that group can be is really damn good, and I expect them to be that way this year, and they're going to need all of our help.
Do you worry at all about the confidence of some of those young guys?
Coach, kind of a limited number of snaps for Bear on Saturday. What we've asked you, what you need to see more from him, haven't needed to see more, but in general, what is leading to him running the twos right now and just not getting?
He played over a third of the game. People want to act like the guy's not playing snaps. He's doing a good job for us out here. He's getting better. There's no story there. I know you guys are looking for one. There's no story there. The guy's out here working hard. He's improving. He's in a new system with a new coach. He's getting better. I think he's going to continue to get better. It should be hard to play D-line at USC. It ought to be kind of hard. If it's not, it wasn't hard last year. And that's why we weren't very good up there. You know what? We're pretty decent up there, and it's hard, and the margins are thin. So sometimes it's not what somebody's not doing. It's competitive, and there's tough decisions to make every week. But if you see guys out on the field, then we are excited about what they're doing on the practice field and believe that they give us a chance to win. Go look at the last snap of the game, see who's on the field. And so there's no story there. The guy's getting better. He needs to keep improving, and I'm confident that he will with the coaching that he has and the room that we have.
I think the reason we asked, he and his dad or guardian have kind of seemed to suggest on social media they were unhappy. I don't know. You've had
listen. You guys have all been. Y'all been through this long enough. When anytime you don't win, all right, then people's emotions are going to get high. Have we ever seen somebody on social media say something out of line with that? How crazy is that, right? Everybody needs to just relax. Everybody's going to be fine. I can't control what parents or anybody else says. I can control what's happening in these walls, and I'm perfectly comfortable with this.
Any update on Akili Arnold?
Improving quickly. He's been limited early this week, but hopeful to have him this week.
What did the tape reveal to you about the run defense, and how do you hope to improve it?
The tape revealed, I don't know, we saw 47 runs, and we played 43 of them like a bunch of bosses. Honestly, that's what it revealed. Now, it doesn't excuse the fact that the 3 long ones that got out, we got to make those 10 or 12-yard runs. When somebody runs it, that amount of times, and they're a talented group, they're going to get through clean every now and again. But we got to limit those. That's got to be a 10-yard run, a 12-yard run. If it is, we probably give up. We probably give up 7 points in the game.
Coach, officiating may or may not have played a role in this game. What is the process on the sideline when it's time to challenge a call, like at that 4th down spot, next play, touchdown?
You know, the one that was big, yeah, the fourth down that we thought that the delay, you know, that was the big one. It was just so early in the game, and you don't normally see a delay challenge win because they do give you a little bit of a leeway. And I just at that time, I knew it was late, but at that time I wasn't going to risk a timeout and the challenge that early. I just didn't feel like it was the right thing to do. So, yeah, and you got to be smart about it. I mean, a lot of times these guys are communicating with us on the sideline. Most of these plays get reviewed. There's very few that honestly you actually have to review. And so the majority of the time, if they're close, we're sitting there talking to the official as it's happening. He's telling us, no, they looked at it and it's good. Don't waste your challenge.
And have you gotten any clarification back from the office about the hit on the high?
No, not on that one directly yet. No, we will though.
Kind of a scary moment for Lake, you know, in
Yeah.
that game. How's he doing? What's his status? What do you guys expect?
Yeah, we got good news. He's going to be back this year. He won't be back for sure. You know, probably for the next couple of weeks. But some really positive news given the hit, and I think it's one too that I don't fault the kid from Michigan. It's legal right now, but a hit like that does not need to be legal. Like you think all the things in college football and football in general that we've cleaned up. It is very simple to clean up a defenseless player that can't see and you going low on him. Because what happened to Lake, honestly, he's incredibly lucky. You see it in the NFL, you see it in our game, and that's something that needs to get some attention to be cleaned up because we can. That makes the game no better, and that's something that just should not happen in our
So no,
There's been a lot of focus on what you guys didn't maybe do well in this past game, but after watching film, what are some things that you were extremely happy about in this last football game?
Yeah, about 95% of the defensive snaps were really good. We were awesome on kickoff and punt team. Again, I was really proud of that. I was proud of the offense's resiliency there in the second half because we really got moving and played some good football in the second half. We had some incredible high effort plays. And listen, I feel like we played about a C-level game, honestly, as a team. And to have a chance right there at the end to be up and have a golden opportunity to win the game at Michigan against the defending national champs, like there's a ton to be excited and proud of. Like the line of questioning right now would be so radically different. Have we stopped that last player or have we had one drive? All the other things still happened, right? And so we got to own the good, we got to own the bad, and get our minds and everybody's minds here to our challenge against Wisconsin this week.
Thank you, Coach Riley.
All right, thanks everyone.